What if your estranged child actually wants to reconnect, but doesn't know how? What if they are stuck in fear, guilt, or uncertainty, just waiting for the right moment, but they're afraid to take the first step? You know, moms tell me all the time, if my child wanted to reconnect, why wouldn't they just reach out? The truth is, it's rarely that simple. I wish it was. So today in this video, I want to break down some of those hidden barriers that might be holding them back, maybe some subtle signs that are showing you that they might be open to reconnecting, and most importantly, how you can create that space for them that will hopefully help make it easier for them to return when they're ready. Today, I have 4 tips for you on this topic, and this is a really important video, and I want you to keep in mind, these are details that you can keep close to you during the entire journey of estrangement. You might start to see some of these subtle hints. You may have ignored them or thought they weren't a big deal, but you might change your mind after listening to this. Number 1 is fear and guilt. Fear and guilt keep them stuck, just like you and I. A lot of your estranged children are not staying away because they want to. Some of them might just be staying away because they're afraid. They're afraid to come back. They fear being rejected. They fear reopening old wounds, just like you do. They're dealing with the emotional weight of the past, just like you are. I know a lot of you are thinking, my kids don't even think about me. And I beg to differ. I want you to keep that in mind, because as we navigate all of these emotions, the fear and guilt and all of these things, they are sitting there also feeling those things. Now, are they moving on with their life? Yes, most of them are. And that's good. Hopefully they're living their life productively. Some of them are not. I understand that. But guilt can be just as paralyzing for them. And if they were the ones who initiated the estrangement, especially, they might feel ashamed about how they handled it. Maybe they said some hurtful things to you. Maybe they blocked you or cut contact just abruptly, and you don't know why. The longer they stay away, they just might be trying to convince themselves that too much damage has been done. Or should I say the enemy is trying to convince them that too much damage has been done, because I don't believe that you think that. In fact, the moms that I serve in my group, we talk about this, and I don't know any of them that would not welcome them back as long as it's a healthy relationship, right? So the next time you find yourself wondering, why don't they just reach out? Remember, it's not always about not wanting to. Now, this is case by case. I'm fully aware of that. But that fear and guilt, it's like an invisible chain for all of us, and it keeps them stuck in silence, just like it keeps us stuck in other ways. Number 2 is some subtle signs. So what are some subtle signs that might just be trying to show you they're open to reconnecting? These are things that I've dealt with, and when I'm working with clients, they're starting to see some of these things happen. For example, have they unblocked you on social media? That's a really good sign. They're testing you out here. They're looking to see, are they liking a post or watching, your social media stories without commenting? Have they recently asked a sibling or a relative, cousin or aunt or someone about you? All of these actions may seem really small, but for an estranged child, they are so significant. Now, keep in mind, they may not be ready for a full conversation with you yet, but they're signaling a curiosity about you. They're wanting to know where you're at, right? They're wanting to know what your life is looking at right now. Are you doing okay? Do you think maybe, just maybe, mom might be open to hearing from me? So because they are so subtle, sometimes if you do get contact from them, for some of you are not hearing from them yet, but I want you to keep these in mind because I do believe you will. But for example, some of the ones that I've seen in some of my clients over the years, I had one mom whose daughter had reached out and said, hey, do you remember that recipe that grandma, or that is like an apple pie recipe that grandma used to have? Do you still have that? To me, that's just initiation. She's trying to see, like, are you going to bawl me out because I walked away from the family? Or are you going to give me the recipe? Are you going to be kind? Is this going to go anywhere? Another one is there was a mom that I worked with who had done a lot of family trips. And I think it was a daughter had said, hey, this place reminded me of that family trip that we took, and had sent a photo. That is pretty cool. It's almost like a way of testing your reaction. And if they sense that you're warm to that, they might take another step forward. If they sense pressure, they may pull back, which is why the fact that we need to respond and not react is so crucial. So pay attention to these small interactions. Reconnection, reconciliation does not usually start with this deep conversation. It starts with curiosity. It starts with these tiny moments of interaction. And that's why I encourage my moms. They get frustrated. And they're like, yeah, but he's not calling, or she's not texting anymore. It was only a few times. Just be patient. Pray. Be patient. Because this is leading the way here. As long as those tiny moments of interaction are positive, you have a pretty good chance that they're going to continue. Okay, so for you moms who are feeling overwhelmed, disconnected, trying to navigate this crazy journey of estrangement, or maybe you just need a break to focus on you, I want to personally invite you to the Empowered Mom Retreat. It's going to be on April 26 and 27 here in Ellenton, Florida. And this is a weekend, a Saturday, Sunday for you to be able to step away, connect with myself and other moms navigating the same journey. I can't wait to see you there. It is going to be an amazing weekend. Last year was fantastic, and spots are filling fast. So don't wait. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. But otherwise, if you are interested in registering, you can click the register link below in the show notes. I can't wait to meet you in person. Number 3 is creating that safe space. So we talked about maybe they're testing you, right? Maybe they're looking to see your reaction. But if they're hesitant, your response to these small interactions can make all the difference. So we do not want to lead with pressure. And so here's some examples of what not to say. I used to say these. Oh my goodness. And I know a lot of moms who did the same. No judgment, my friends. I don't understand why you won't just talk to me. I guess you don't care about me anymore. My famous line, to be honest with you guys, was, why don't you love me anymore? Why don't you love me anymore? After everything I've done for you, this is how you treat me. Like, I gave everything I could to my kids, right? And I know so many of you did too. And I'm not talking about material things. I was a good mom. And I know a lot of you were really good moms too. And so it is just so devastating, you don't even know how to react. Well, those are some examples of what not to say. Even though they come from a place of pain, which is exactly true, that can still make them feel trapped. My daughter wanted nothing to do with that. She was not participating in that. She certainly was not going to answer that question. So they may already be dealing with guilt. But then we add pressure with this passive aggressiveness, right? We're trying to make them feel guilty. So rather, what I would encourage you to do is something along the lines of, I was just thinking about you and I hope you're doing well. No pressure to respond. I just want to say hi. I know that not everyone should do that all the time. And it's not a cookie cutter approach. People will say, well, when do I reach out? Well, it depends on how long it's been. It depends on how you're doing. It depends on if you are going to be okay if you don't get a response. There's lots of factors to take into consideration. It's not an easy answer. If you were to say to them, I know things have been difficult, but I just want you to know that I love you and I'm always here when you're ready. Just by keeping that door open without forcing the response, because that's usually what we want. You reach out, you give them the space to respond. It may not be immediate. It may not be at all for a while. It just depends. Our whole goal here is to make reconnecting feel inviting, not overwhelming. If it's going to take a lot of work and it's going to be overwhelming to them, they're not going to do it. When they know that they can return without fear of guilt or judgment or pressure, they're going to feel so much safer reaching out. And I don't blame them. I really don't. I put myself in our kids' shoes a lot. I was the mom. I was estranged, but feeling guilt and shame and all of these things that were not mine to carry. But at the end of the day, I have to put myself in the kids' shoes too. That's how I can best serve my moms. Plus, I've learned a lot from my own daughter. And number 4, I can promise you this, reconnection happens in small steps. Many moms expect reconnection to be this one big moment, this heartfelt phone call that's just going to solve it all. A deep conversation, or even better yet, a surprise visit, right? But in reality, reconnection is a series of small, careful steps. I'm not telling you to walk on eggshells, although I know a lot of moms feel like they are doing that in the very beginning because you're still navigating everything. And I think to a certain degree, that's kind of normal for both parties. Trying to figure out, especially if it's been a while, trying to figure out, what do we talk about? What's safe? Hey, that topic was not a safe conversation last time I talked to mom. I wonder if I should even bring that up. We have to think of where they're coming from as well. Maybe they start by only texting and then move to phone calls. And then slowly they might be ready to see you in person. You may think, oh my gosh, seriously, I can't believe you want to text me, but you don't want to see me. I need to see you. I just need to touch you. I need to give you a hug. I need to know you're okay. I need to see you with my own two eyes. We have to let them set the pace. If they walked away, there's a reason for that. We need to let them set the pace. I'm not saying that they walked away necessarily 100% because of you as a mom. It's usually not that way. There's a lot more to the story than meets the eye. So if they reach out once and then go quiet again, don't panic. This is normal, and they might need some time to process before they take that next step, before they do the phone call, before they do the in-person meet. Just remember, reconnection is not about one perfect moment. It's building trust. Little by little, trust has been broken, and that takes time. So we want to be able to keep the door open. But just remember, your son or your daughter may want to reconnect more than you realize. But some of these emotional struggles can be holding them back. And as a mom, your role isn't to force it open. It's to make sure it's unlocked. So your job is to be open, to be patient, to be ready, to have taken care of yourself. Because when they finally find the courage to reach out, knowing that they'll be met with love, not judgment, will make all the difference in the world. So I hope this helped you today. I will see you in the next episode. God bless.